I'm Master Stylist Stephanie Anderson, and in today's video we'll be... Hello everyone, I'm Master Stylist Stephanie Anderson, and in today's video we'll be covering pixie styling. We'll be going over product knowledge, face frame molding and setting, and flat ironing and styling. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
So we're starting with a freshly shampooed head, and you just examine her hair, see where you want to start molding. The hair has been freshly shampooed and conditioned, so I like to comb the hair straight down just to see where all the imperfections are, where I need to lay it based on how I'm going to be styling. Here I'm using a YS Park cutting comb, and I like to use the fine tooth of the comb while I'm molding. And so we're going to apply our It's a 10 styling potion. And this is really nice because it gives a really nice slip when mixed with other leave-in conditioners. Again, that's It's a 10 styling potion. And so you only need a small bit. I use about maybe a dime size. And I'm going to rub it through her hair, distribute it evenly. Make sure you get it on all the hair. The nape area and the edges, the front edges, are really important, so make sure you get that really good. And then I'm going to come in with the Pureology 21 Benefits. This is just my own personal favorite to mix with the It's a 10 potion because I feel the slip is really nice. And the slip is what you need to make sure the wave is tight to the head and that face frame is really molded well. And you'll see the slip I'm talking about once you mix the two. Now I'm going in again with the YS Park cutting comb and using the fine tooth and combing the hair exactly where I want it to be for the mold. And I like to comb the hair going towards the face. It just gives a more feminine look. Don't comb the hair straight down. Always go forward to the face. And apply a little bit of pressure when you're combing down. That ensures the hair lays with consistency. So now I'm going to go in with our Living Room Hair Lounge foam wrap, and it's super thick, so you need a super thick mousse to keep the hair down, especially when the hair is like wavy or has a little curl to it. But it's really nice when the hair is straight. She's freshly relaxed, so it's going to really lay down well. Be generous. I like to press the nozzle into the head to make sure the mousse is at the root, not just laying on top of the surface. So kind of stay away from putting the mousse in your hand and then rub it on the hair. Take the nozzle and just push the mousse into the hair. Gives a better result then. So now we're going to go back in with our YS Park comb, and we are going to position the hair exactly where we want it to do our mold. The mold is the most important part because once it's in there, it's in there. Once it's set, it's set. So make sure that you do it correctly. So we're going to comb the hair over to the side evenly. Make sure you don't leave any bumps or lumps. Make sure it's very smooth. And guide it with your fingers. See, as I'm guiding the hair with my fingers, that gives a way better smooth lay to the mold. And as you can see, I'm directing you on how to lay the hair. So if you want the nape to have like a some texture or just a smooth lay the hair again going in the direction that you want it. Also the sideburns, everything goes down, forward, down. And make sure that part, if you have one, is parallel with the arch of the eyebrow, the peak of the eyebrow, I'm sorry. And that will give a more natural look, like she literally was born with the look. You want to start at that corner, create a C, a perfect C to make your first face frame wave. And as you can see, I'm smoothing it with my fingers. As I make the first wave, as I make each wave, I'm sorry, I'm smoothing each one with my fingers in unison with the comb. That gives a more flatter, smoother wave to the face. Don't move too quick. Move slow so that you can get the perfect wave. And as you can see, it's in alignment with her facial shape and her facial structure. Not too big, not too small. It's perfect for her. And again, as you can see, I'm also still moving forward. If you need to add a little mousse, you can. You can add a little bit more if the mousse becomes dry or it's not firm enough to move. But again, keep that finger action and that comb in unison and you'll never fail. So also right here, I'm pushing the hair out from the face. Never clump the hair together. Always keep it open. Keep the waves open. Don't clump them together. It'll look, it doesn't look right when it's clumped together. And apply a little pressure when you're using your finger as well. Almost like a smoothing. So you're smoothing the wave at the same time as you comb it. And keep it clean. Again, I'm combing even the back a little bit forward because it gives a feminine look. So sometimes when the hair is a little bit more wavy than you desire, you can apply a little clear gel. And just a little light gel around the edges when they don't want to lay as tight as you would like them to. And that just gives you that extra tightness. And as you can see, I'm combing in like a diagonal form, not straight down, because again, we want that nape to have a little bit of character, a little bit of play. We don't want her nape to be just normal, straight down. A little more gel. And again, very light gel because it holds really well. But again, sometimes the hair may pop up a little bit and you want that extra layer of lay. And again, following through with the comb. My fingers, following through with the finger. and give her nape area a little bit of character. You know, create some little wispies, even if they have like a tapered nape as hers, because she often has the hair that pops up, so we cut it close, but it still is not guy close. It's feminine close. Follow through with the finger. See how that's a little tighter than just the mousse only? So again, sometimes you may need a little extra gel to finish it. And again, be very intentional about your setting. Don't rush through the set, because again, the set, once it's in there, is in there, and that's going to determine how your curl will look. That finger follow through is everything, seriously. And wherever you need to put the extra gel for hold, do so. If you need to add a little mousse, as I'm doing right now, do so, because maybe by the time you get to the other side, it might be a little dry, so you can either spray a little bit of water or you can add a little bit of mousse. So here I'm going forward with her face frame in the same motion, following through with the finger and the YS part comb, and going in at C shape. Be very intentional with this, and you might not get it the first time. You might need a little bit of practice, but keep doing it. You'll get it. And the face frame is supposed to look almost babyish, but natural. Not hardcore waves. Just, you know, something to make her look real pretty and feminine and soft. Give a little extra something to the style, so it's not just so plain. See how I flipped that little bit out? You design the hair how you want, but that just makes it look feminine. So here I have my YS Park rat tail, and I go in and finish it up and just clean up the edges, so it's just not, so its hair is not all over the place, and kind of do a little bit more detailing. And that just finishes everything. You need the neatest set you can get, because again, as I repeat it, the set, once it's in there, is in there. And there's our set. Okay, now we are going to put on our first strip. So the first strip I like to put around the center of the head, and I ask the client to hold. And then I put on my second strip over that one, hold, and then a third strip, and then I tie that one just in like a regular tie, not too tight, not too loose. Tie it and twist it. And this is the special part. So we are going to put one strip around the nape area, and we're going to tie that in the front just to ensure the nape area does not move and it has its own separate drying. And that usually keeps the nape down really, really tight. And drying time is about 30 minutes. And we will put her under, and we'll see her in 30 minutes. All right, we are done with the drying, and she has a great set. Now, just think if your clients wanted this set and they just wanted to go. We have something in the salon for a mold and go, express mold and go, and the client is happy with that. So So now we're using our YS Park rat tail. Oh, I'm sorry, the cutting comb. And we're breaking up the waves a little bit, not combing them out, just breaking them up a little bit. Breaking up the set, smoothing it. As you see, I'm not all over the place combing. I'm just combing it in the same direction that it was combed when it was set. Keeping it intact. And definitely combing up that swirl in the top, because we don't want that permanent swirl in the top of her head. We want to break up that hair a lot in the top, but just kind of keep the waves intact, but soften them a little bit. That way it doesn't look so fixed, it looks very natural. So again, if she wanted to leave out like this, she could. You can just spray a little sheen and she can go. But we are going to curl. So now I'm using a little BioSilk Light serum, and like very, very little, because sometimes if you use too much serum, it's too oily and it doesn't go well with the curl. And I'm rubbing that in my hands, and then I'm going to distribute it evenly through her hair to give a little sheen and a little slip when I curl. I like to have a slip with everything, just to ensure smoothness and no pulling with the flat irons. I always say if you can see the style in the mold and in the cut, you're good. So after the BioSilk, we're going to spray a little bit of Design Essential over the top. Design Essential is a little heavy, so everyone can't have it, so you have to gauge on who can have it. I like to use it on regular to thick hair. I'm going in with my YS Park comb, combing it a little bit, and now we are using our flat irons, our 3/10 inch flat iron. And I will put the link in my bio for the flat iron if you want to purchase. And I use about 450 heat. That's the maximum. The flat iron is really smooth, so it does not burn the hair, especially when you put the serum. And we're also going over with some Chi Brilliance hairspray, and we're going to spray a little mist of that over the top just to give a little hold. A lot of layering of product to come out with the right result of shine and hold. And then I'm going to comb that through a little bit. And I always like to start curling in the top of the head, the crown. That's where I usually start my first curl. Half on base or on base. Depends on the look that you want, if you want a lot of volume, but she's going to be laid pretty smooth, so we don't want a ton of volume. And make sure you put the curl right up underneath the curl you started with. Try to avoid like big gaps in your curling. And as you can see, it's not a serious curl, just one turn, nothing serious. And be somewhat random, not rowy. We really don't like row curls. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, not too rowy, because the rows take away from the natural look. I mean, you can be a little bit, but I comb mine out for sure, but I try not to be too rowy. So as you can see, I'm going in a back and forwards motion. And just hitting it one time and just turning it once, because again, this doesn't need to be a hard, serious curl, only because we're going to comb them out, because the look is supposed to be tight to the head, not heavy curled. I'm hoping you are able to see it because the sun is very bright in my salon, which is great, but not so much for the video, but I'm hoping you're able to see it. The flat irons are really hot, but they're great. The serum, of course, and the oil sheen and all of the layered products help the flat irons go really smooth. And once you have a great cut, the curl is easy. You can just zoom right through the curl. Shouldn't be a problem, because again, you're not trying to go in any kind of perfect order. You just want bump in the hair. So literally, that's all I'm doing is bumping through the hair. I believe it takes me about maybe 10 minutes to bump through the whole head. So having a good cut and the products that you need and a good mold, this client can be out within an hour and a half. And of course, you don't need to go all the way down. Just enough where it blends and looks, you know, even. Now you're going to start at the top center, or actually no, I believe on the other side. I usually save the top for last, because then you can really run right through that. And again, bending, just a light bend. Light turn of the wrist. And always lift the hair up with the comb. That helps a lot. That way you're not burning the client, and you get all of the hair you need, and you can smooth it a little bit more if you lift it up off the head with the rat tail comb. Now I'm going to curl a little bit into the wave. And so you turn the flat iron in the motion of the wave. Not too hard, just a little bend. That way you're not disturbing the wave that lays on her face. So we're now moving forward with the curl towards her face. And you're going to start at that top crown area. And again, be random. Bending it slightly. And as you can see, these are a little bit off base, because again, we don't want the hair to be standing up too high. So you're just bending off base curls. And make sure they're smooth. I think sometimes when they're not smooth, the hair looks dry. So you need to be able to pull that product out. That was the layering of all the products that we did, and the BioSilk at the end, and the sheen that helps it with the smoothness. I get a lot of times that people don't hold the flat irons tight enough, so the curl is dry. So make sure you have enough tension on the flat iron so that the curl will glide through the flat iron. And that may take some practice if you're not doing short hair right now. Just keep practicing, you'll get it. You see, and sometimes you take the tip of your finger and glide the hair through. You see how I touch the tip of the flat iron? and you glide the hair, you need a little help sometimes on the longer pieces. So as you can see, the curls are very nice. Not too blended, but blended just enough. I'm sorry about the sun, guys. We love the sun, but it's very bright. So now we're using the Design Essential again. Spray a little bit over, just a little mist. Well, that's more than a mist. But yeah, according to whatever your client needs. So we're using the Diane rake here. We're just gonna lightly rake through it, not combing the curls totally out, and using the tip of the rake straight on. Not laying it, because I don't want it to be flat. I do want texture there, so I'm using tips only and just a light rake. So I often see people using their nails. They have longer nails. That is great too. I unfortunately don't have nails. So yeah, so I just do a light rake over. And that looks so natural. So you can kind of, again, break up the waves wherever you choose to for it to look a little bit more natural. That's the goal. You want the baby doll pixie to look like she was literally born with it, like a baby. And you know how baby hair just kind of lays here and there. And you can create a little texture however you want. You can comb it to the side. Comb it forward. However, at this point of it, you're creating whatever look you want to create. And in my next few videos, I'll show some different ways you can comb the pixie to give it a little edgy look. This is very classic. So now here's our famous TG stick. The TG stick is a wax-based product. And I like to use that around the edges or wherever I see little stick-ups in the hair. So you can just take it sometimes and just go over the entire head just to make it lay a little bit more tighter. You see that? Don't press in too much, just a little dab over the whole head, or just in areas where you feel it can be more defined. Even put it on your hands, you can put it on your fingertips, and it doesn't leave any kind of buildup on the hair if you use it lightly. So see those little peaks there? You take a little bit on your fingers and just piece out the edges or wherever you want it to look piecey. And you see I'm piecing out her face frame a little bit more. And now I have my brush. So sometimes I'll take the brush, and a soft brush, and go over the hair and just to tighten it a little bit more. To me, I'm never done until I'm done. I'm a perfectionist at heart, so I don't want to see any lines. To me, the brush takes out all the extra lines you would have. It smooths everything out. See? It's a little bit smoother than it was. You can always perfect. And then I go over it a little bit with the Chi defining hair sheen spray, and it's very, very light, and it smells amazing. I'll have all the products that I use down below in the link. So the sun just making it look like I'm spraying so much product that I'm definitely not spraying a lot of product. And again, I'm a perfectionist, so please excuse me, but I like it how I like it. But that's what separates you from other people, is that the details. People love detail. I'm very detailed. Make sure all the gaps in the center are closed. And here you have it. We are complete. An amazing baby doll pixie. So cute. I hope you enjoyed it.
I've been waiting to get up here because I need some practical stuff for just today. Okay, here's the deal. I